Hey, Max, how are you doing?
Thank you very much for joining us again. Very happy to interview you one more time. As the CEO of Nuon Medical Technologies, you've been now at the forefront of revolutionizing beauty through very much cutting edge technologies. And would like to highlight one of the things Nuon's approach to innovation. Nuon Medical Technologies is known for really looking on a future focus approach to beauty and cosmetics markets with focus on packaging. How do you approach innovation in this space?
So, Max, I think the only real way to approach innovation is by always looking at the end user. So, looking at the end user development, user trials, and going towards the efficacy of how not only reach the end results, but also how they approach a product and how they use a product, I think is key for the innovation. And that is something that we focus on day in, day out with Nuon here.
Okay. Could you share an example maybe of Nuon's technologies and how it has actually transformed a product line, for example, of a brand?
So I can tell you this that there isn't a top 10 brand that isn't looking in adding electronics or end user experiences to the current cosmetic solutions. So I can tell you that pretty much all the market leaders are moving towards this direction just because we have NDAs with all these bigger players. We can't say any names, unfortunately, but I can tell you that 2025 is definitely a year of disruption in the cosmetics industry. And of course, if they plan well ahead, 2026 is even looking more innovative.
Wow. Okay. Integration of advanced technologies in this case, then I would presume that you're working on. But Nuon specializes very much in the advanced technologies like light therapy, microcurrents, or smart packaging, even AI. How do these technologies enhance product efficacy and user experience?
So our technologies are only from one core, and that is to enhance the experience. That isn't always enhancing the experience of the efficacy. There's also the usability. That's the whole charade of how the customer is interacting with the cosmetics right now. You can see it as a one and one is three combination here, making sure we always deliver that 30% extra. And saying so, I can tell you that we have been making medical devices for so many years. We have been doing this in the professional industry, and just standalone, these devices are very efficacious. Now bringing them to the cosmetic industry, and then now looking, okay, how can we enhance the usage of the cosmetics is so much fun because you just see not only just the users, but you see even the formulators, the brands, innovators. You see them all go like, "Wow, we have another chance here to go and showcase what we're doing and what we're doing best by magnifying what they're already doing today."
Wow. Okay. Okay. And so, what role does customization basically play in integrating these technologies into the product to be different in the market?
So personalization is key to success right now in the market, and you see that with every technologies out there. Consumers, they still want to see more personalization because they know their skin is always a different skin from somebody else. So what we have here is we have the ability, the necessity to showcase that we are a personalized solution. Doing so, we added measurement technologies. So what we did is we add technologies to add to your cosmetic packaging, where you're able to see figures like what is your oil level on your skin, what is the moist level on your skin, what is
Wow.
the temperature, the pH, all the way to how is the acne on your skin, and how is the
Wow.
collagen or the wrinkles. So all these measurements technologies we combine into one solution, what is really a tailor-made consumer product. And customers that experience such a program, they end up really sticking to that. And because it gives you back feedback, it gives you back live feedback of the situation of your skin. It retains customers a lot easier because they don't just go jumping back and forward from one cosmetic brand because they don't see an instant effect or they don't see an effect within the next 2 months. But actually, when you're reading out the data by measuring it on your skin, you can very clearly showcase what the customer should be doing, what he should be using, and how he's proceeding his program.
Okay, wow. With the well, all these technologies for regulatory and compliance, with Nuon having a global reach and doing business with global partners, how do you ensure that the technologies meet these diverse regulatory requirements? For example, in EU and US and Asia, because it's changing very quick as well, I believe.
Yeah, so the regulatory landscape is changing rapidly, and it's moving stricter as we're speaking. I can tell you that as a seasoned medical device manufacturer, we have successfully operated in these regions for many, many years, all the way from Korea, Japan,
Wow.
Canada, US, Europe. There isn't a country that we haven't touched on a regulatory basis. Now, we have been operating the medical device industry for more than 100 brands. And we have been doing their regulatory work all for them in house. So having such a team in house and yeah, being able to do this regulatory work for these brands, I can tell you that we definitely have the capability to make a medical device and bring it all the way back to consumer market. Yes.
Wow. Okay. And what kind of strategies do you think are most effective in helping, let's say, partners navigate this or maintaining innovation?
So as we what we did with Nuon is we create this spin-off, and now in Nuon itself we did another spin-off in innovation. We call it the Launch Lab. The
Okay.
Launch Lab is making sure that we stay ahead of regulatory and innovation trends to keep our partners competitive. So the key for this Launch Lab is that it's directly linked to our R&D division, and Launch Lab will be publicizing and reporting about our latest technologies on a monthly basis.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, we have to ask this question, of course. Sustainability in beauty tech, sustainability is a big part, or it's increasingly important. How does Nuon incorporate the eco-conscious practices into, let's say, the technology or product design?
So sustainability in the market of medical devices is very contradictory because we can't use recycled materials, not unless they are broken down into a molecular basis. So on the medical device industry, we are not sustainable in the way that you would like to see us using recycled materials where we don't know the biocapability of from onto your skin.
Okay.
So the key of the medical devices is ensuring and making sure the safety of the consumer and directly in use with the skin doesn't cause any allergies and rashes and things like this. So in this case, we are totally not sustainable. But I can tell you that on the other side, when we are doing our user studies, we see that we're the most sustainable device out there just because of one little thing. We're adding value to their current cosmetics. So once you start adding value to what they're already using, then it comes a point for a consumer saying, okay, I'm not throwing this away anymore. I'm now using this and I'm keeping this because this is actually adding value to my daily cosmetic routine. It's not just another bottle that's inside another bottle to make sure that you can buy a refill kit. No, it's a bottle that actually has a function, but
Okay.
makes it possible for the consumers to say, hey, I'm not throwing this away. I'm keeping this and I'm buying the refill kit. So, definitely on the long run, adding a technology like a measurement device or a medical treatment to your packaging is the most sustainable way to approach the consumer market.
Basically creating real value then with packaging. That's amazing.
Exactly. Yeah. It's all towards the end user. So
Wow.
once you have that vision of, okay, we add value towards the end user, then at that moment, sustainability, efficacy, everything starts to gain traction, and you really get the consumer on your side.
Wow. Okay. So let's look ahead. As I know that you're also always focusing on the future. What trends in the beauty tech do you see shaping the industry really?
So the trends right now, as it goes, we have always been looking into the clinical side of the industry. So by looking into the clinical side of the medical industry that we have been into for the last 18 years, I can tell you that the biggest trend right now is hair care, actually. So what you see on the medical device, clinical studies that are coming out, we've seen about 20 years ago that face care, wrinkle care, acne care was very trending in the research market. Now I can tell you that the last couple of years, hair care, hair regrow, just scalp care is trending like nothing we have seen before. So definitely 2025, 2026 is going to be one of the biggest hair care years there is.
Okay. Uh, how is Nuon preparing to meet the demand basically for these customization, like visible results, all of the things that you mentioned?
So, because we are talking not about 50,000 or 100,000 units, we're talking about many multiple of millions of units here. The only way to really fulfill these needs is by automation, robotic enhancement, and making sure that we step back from the process and process it in a way that everything is automated. So once you come and visit our factory in Nuon, you can see everything is done in an automated process where we're capable of being able to produce those very, very large consumer orders.
Okay, wow. So, closing question for you here. If you could leave now and the audience, of course, looking here with a key takeaway about the future and technologies in beauty and cosmetic packaging, what would that be?
I would say always and only one thing, prioritize the customer experience. That's the only real core that you get to your brand. And once you prioritize that as a brand, then everything else will go with it. Where if you can alleviate the experience and create that very meaningful customer experience, then at the end of the day, I believe your brand will be a huge success doing so.
Okay, well, Alain, thank you so much for your time and this interview. Very interesting. And well, we'll see each other soon.
Thank you so much, Max. It was a
Thank you very
great,
much,
great
Alain.
interview. Thank you.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.